its defeat in the 2023 FA Cup final. Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1, and there, like, I've really given my thought. If you want to go back to towards the end of my watch along like I did, you can hear my complete thoughts on the game. I'm not gonna go back over them. As much as I'm really proud of the team this season. Eric Ten Hag, his first season, we win a trophy. We come agonisingly close to taking Man City right to the edge. The best team in the world to the edge in the FA Cup final, third in the league. It's a very good season for Eric Ten Hag with some 6-3, 7-0, 4-0 batterings along the way. So, yeah, very good season in that aspect, but so disappointing, hurting so much as is the entire fan base, the coaches, and the players. And we've now got a summer to reflect. About 2 months before the next Premier League season kicks off, we'll have some friendlies in about a month. Man United will be back on the park in about a month, playing some pre-season friendlies, new kit, new everything. It'll be great. But yeah, really sad, really sad, and it's just gutted. There are some performances today that need to be called out. David De Gea is going to get a 3 or 4. I'm not sure how low fans are going to go. I'm going to go for a 4. Yeah, a 4 is correct. Has to do better on both of the goals. The first goal, there is no attempt made when it is in a reachable distance. It's a fantastic finish by Ilkay Gundogan. Yes, by the way, we conceded the fastest goal in FA Cup final history. Ilkay Gundogan scored in 13 seconds. He scored later, where De Gea got a full glove on it, yet it still went in the back of the net, and he was called for offside for a potential hat-trick. De Gea 4, distribution, dreadful. He just brings pressure on the entire team. He brings the pressure into himself and the team. It is dreadful. It is terrible. We need a new goalkeeper. I love De Gea. I think he's an absolute club legend, but it's time to move on. De Gea cannot be the Manchester United goalkeeper anymore. We need a modern keeper if we want to move forward with Eric Ten Hag and the club and win some big trophies. Because even Ortega as a second choice would be so much better than De Gea at the moment. He didn't need to make a save, but with his feet, even with the pressing, so confident. And it's such a big way of how well you can play when playing at the back with a keeper like that. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, a tough one for me. I think Wan-Bissaka's going to get probably a 6. The scores are going to be a bit lower, I assume. I thought Wan-Bissaka put in a very solid defensive effort. It wasn't our defense, let me tell you. Our defense will be getting all very solid scores, maybe except for one. Yeah, Shaw wasn't great. Shaw was pretty good. He was okay, average. Wan-Bissaka, solid defensive performance. Didn't really get to see him go forward because on the right wing was Bruno Fernandes, and it's very hard with Bruno on that right wing to make any inverted or overlapping runs. Bruno on that right wing makes it so hard for Wan-Bissaka to get into the game. So, yeah, not his fault whatsoever. Rafael Varane gets a 7 from me, as will Victor Lindelof. And I'm going to give my man of the match to Varane. I actually have a feeling that Garnacho's going to get man of the match on this vote, which I've got no problem with, but I'm going to give it to Rafael Varane. I thought he was ice cold. I thought he wasn't at fault for either of the goals. And the amount of chances Man City had in such dangerous scenarios, I thought Varane and Lindelof to shut down a player as dangerous as Erling Haaland. It was such an impressive display from those two. A centre-back partnership that is so nice to have in rotation. When Martinez gets back, he'll take Lindelof's place. And if we can get someone like Kim Min-jae and get rid of Maguire, raise a bit of money to get him, and we'll have some real nice rotational centre-backs. Lindelof and Kim Min-jae coming off the bench for Varane and Martinez. So, yeah, Lindelof and Varane, both very equal ice-cold performances. Luke Shaw, 6. I thought Wan-Bissaka was better than Shaw, to be honest. I thought Shaw didn't provide a lot defensively. I thought he got beaten comprehensively by Bernardo Silva, but I thought offensively he provided some good ball movement into the box, some nice whips across the pitch to Bruno. Solid. I've averaged Luke Shaw performance. Casemiro, for me, gets a 6.5. I thought he did have a good game. While the midfield was battered, I thought he was the best out of the midfield, I've got to say, definitely. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'm giving him a straight 6. He wasn't the best out of the midfield. Putting a few crucial challenges, and on the ball, he was a lot better than he has been this season. But yeah, overall just got overrun. But what a season from Casemiro. What a signing he has been. From that winning mentality where I've got no doubt he'll come back stronger. He won't drop his head. Fred, I am going to give a 7. Yeah, I'm going to give Fred a 7. Thought he did an unbelievable job holding De Bruyne to a limited impact as he possibly could have. De Bruyne still had a decent impact, but not as comprehensive as, Fred, if he wasn't there, would have been. So, yeah, I thought Fred did a really, really good job man marking as he did earlier this season at Old Trafford, but the result just didn't go our way this time. And on the ball, I thought Fred was also really, really important, sometimes dropping into that number 10 role. Eriksen is going to get a 2 from me. Absolutely embarrassingly abysmal. Embarrassingly abysmal in an FA Cup final from Christian Eriksen. The physicality is not there. He is not made to be a Manchester United number 10 or a Manchester United number 8. He's not made to be in Manchester United's midfield. He is not physical enough. On the ball, technically very, very good. And I understand why we play him, to pack that midfield, to try and get hold of the ball. When we do get hold of the ball, control it. But it just didn't work. And he was dreadful. Terrible. He was at fault for both of the goals. Ilkay Gundogan was as open as a fucking fish wide open in the Pacific Ocean. Terrible analogy, but he was even worse than that analogy. I just kept leaving Gundogan open. The marking was dreadful. Even when Gundogan wasn't scoring the goals, he was left unmarked and making an impact to creating big chances offensively, and then defensively, Eriksen's nowhere to be seen. Terrible. Bruno Fernandes, 7. I thought he was good. I don't think he could have done a lot more. Around the box, he was creating as many chances as he could create with that City defence. He slotted away the penalty. I'm gonna give him a 6.5, and I am going to lower some of these. I think Fred also gets a 6.5 from me. Casemiro straight 6. Shaw's gonna go down to a 5. I need to be a bit harsher, I think. I do think I need to be a bit harsher. Yeah. I'm going to be a bit harsher. Varane and Lindelof still remain with 7s. They were ice cold. But yeah, Fernandes tried to break. Yeah, I've already mentioned him. Sancho, 3. Damn, where'd my shirt go? Where'd my Sancho shirt go? It's right here. Let me show you it. Here we go. My man, Jadon Sancho. So sad. A stinker of a performance, and he's dropped far too many stinkers this season ever since he came back from that mental health break. There's far too many stinkers, but he showed promise over the past few games on the right wing, where he wasn't played today, that he has a future at this club, and he has a future at Manchester United. I've got faith in Jadon on the right wing, where he cooks, and he didn't play there today. Marcus Rashford, solid 6. He was in a graveyard shift. Rashford was in a graveyard shift, and even pushing back, tracking his man back, he did very, very well defensively. Rashford, I saw a few times, was at the edge of the other box, tackling Erling Haaland. He was tackling Gundogan and De Bruyne and Rodri in the midfield. I thought Rashford put in a good performance and did as much as he possibly could. The shot that went just over the bar was unlucky. There weren't many chances for him to put away, if any. Garnacho's going to get 7, 6. Yeah, he brought the energy. 6.5 for me. Garnacho brought the energy. He brought the flair. Looked a bit stiff at first, but then he was just down the wing, creating chances into the box. Even, City were laying back a little bit. In a bit of advantage of making Garnacho look good, but he took the game on, and he should have been deployed a little bit earlier, maybe at the 55th minute, but still, probably, in hindsight, not the right decision not starting him, but at the time it probably was. Weghorst, fuck it. What does he provide? Last game for the club, happy. McTominay did nothing. Eric Ten Hag. Weghorst substitution made no sense. I could see where the McTominay substitution was coming from. Dropping an extra man into midfield. Garnacho, he deployed a little bit too late. At the time, Eriksen was a good selection. It wasn't in hindsight. Back 4 was a perfect selection. I think he gets a 4. Erik Ten Hag. Yeah. there weren't many tactics into either. It wasn't even hit on the counter. It was just a bit, just knock the ball around and have a shot from 50 yards. It's a bit like that, as it has been for the past 3 months or so. And yeah, we'll go into the summer. Hopefully get a couple of new strikers, bigger midfield depth, and maybe Kim Min-jae at centre back, and definitely a new goalkeeper. In my opinion, we need De Gea not being our first choice keeper. We need a Costa or someone like that. But yeah, there you go. That is the final play rankings, the final game of our season. And now we are all Italiano, Inter Milan fans, to stop City winning that treble. All City Inter fans stopping City winning that treble. And in a month, we're back for some pre-season friendlies. The whole new graphic overhaul, the channel overhaul, as we do every season. Next season will be the third season of UCATT FC, so very, very excited to get stuck into that. Submit my vote. My vote, or the vote, is Garnacho with 52% of man of the match vote. For me, it was Rafael Varane. I thought he played a really, really good game, and he wasn't at fault for either of the goals. And honestly, it was hard to split him or Lindelof, but I thought Varane was a little bit better on the ball, dropping into midfield. But yeah, there we go. Thank you for watching. There's another season of United football, and we're slowly improving. This season, it wasn't a season of Ollie ball or bloody Ralph Rangnick ball, or for a game, Michael Carrick ball. It was Ten Hag ball, and we've seen some glimpses of what he truly can turn this team into, and I hope he can do it on a more consistent basis with a bit more squad depth, and I hope not only the Glazers won't stay in charge, but in the fucking possibility that they do, that they be unselfish for once in their lives and spend in the summer, because he needs the investment. And once he does, we'll be back fighting for Premier Leagues, and we're in the Champions League next year. That's also a very, very exciting thing. No more Europa League for us. Thank you for watching. I'm off.